Gokunath from Crack with Gokunath YouTube channel. Today we are going to see average and instantaneous velocity. First let me see about average velocity. Average velocity means the total displacement covered divided by the time taken. That means the displacement covered divided by the time taken. To make it more easier, let us take an example. Let us take a plane. Okay? Let us take a plane. A XYZ plane. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. That means a 3D plane. That means x, y, z plane. X, Y, Z plane. Now let me say that the object is at an initial position at point A. I am saying that a object is at initial position at the point A. This is the initial position of a particle, and this position is, let me name it as A. Now at this position a particle moves to this B position by the straight path. The particle moves from the position A to the position B by the straight path. Now I am saying like that. Now please say, what is the displacement between these two positions? Definitely you will say AB. Not only AB, it is AB vector. Okay, AB vector. So you need to understand that displacement is AB. Displacement is AB only. But why we are writing it as AB vector? Many people have doubt in this. Please remember, whenever we are representing the position of particle in a plane, it may be a Cartesian plane or it can be XYZ plane, it can be any plane, but it should be represented using vectors. That's the most important thing, remember. So, this displacement from a position A to position B is AB vector. Okay, this is AB vector. Now, let me say that at the position A, the time is equal to T1, and at position B, the time is equal to T2. At the position B, the time is equal to T2. Let me say like that. At position A, time is equal to T1. At position B, time is equal to T2. Earlier, I told one thing na. Average velocity means total displacement covered divided by the total time taken. So use that. So what is the displacement covered? This is AB. And what is the time taken? That means from the time T1 to the time T2. We are having all the conditions. If we have all the conditions, mean let me find the average velocity. That means one minute. Average velocity. I am putting as VAVJ. AVG means average velocity is equal to the displacement covered divided by the time taken. Now as I told, the displacement between these two positions is AB vector. Not AB, it's AB vector. Because in a plane, if you represent the position, you should represent using the vector symbol. That's the most important thing. So, divided by the total time taken. What is the time? At the position A, the time is T1. And at position B, the time is T2. So, what we can say is the change in time is T2 minus T1. And this AB vector divided by this T2 minus T1 will give us the average velocity. Because this AB vector is a displacement and T2 minus T1. Because there is change in time now. At position A time T1, at position B time T2. So change in time is T2 minus this T1. Okay. Now this average velocity is equal to AB vector divided by this T2 minus T1 in this case. Now let me say that Now I am going to say a very important thing. We are going to make a correction in this. That means in the AB vector to be T2 minus T1, we are going to do a correction. What we are going to do? It's a very simple thing. Please understand. Before doing that correction, we need to see about the position vector. We need to see about position vector. What is this position vector? What is this position vector? Before doing the correction in that form, we can see about this position vector, because if you understand the position vector only, you can able to do the correction here. Okay? So position vector is a very simple thing. Position vector means when we join this is the origin. Okay? This origin, this point is origin. When we join the origin and the position of particle by a straight line, then it is called as a position vector. As simple as that. When we join the origin and the position of particle by a straight line, then it is called as what? Then it is called as position vector. So simple. Let me say that. Find the position vector at point A. Definitely what you will do? Position vector at point A means definitely we are going to join this point position A with the origin, because that is only called as position vector. So when we ask to find position vector at point A, we should join the A and the origin. Let me join. And this is called as a position vector. This line I draw now. The name of this line can be written as OA vector. Okay? OA vector, because this name, the line that I draw now, this is a position vector. Position vector means when you join the origin and the position of particle by a straight line, then it is called as a position vector. So this OA is position vector. And the main thing in position vector is the direction of this vector, the direction of the position vector will be towards the position. That means the direction of this position vector will be towards the position. What is the position? This A is the position. So direction is like that. I mark the arrow mark na. That means the direction is towards this position A. Now let me say that find the position vector at point B. Definitely here also you will draw a straight line. One minute. Definitely here also you are going to draw a straight line. And this straight line, this line is called as what? It is position vector, because you join the origin and the position B. And what we need to do? We need to, the direction of this position vector, that means the position vector, will be towards the position of particle. That means towards the position B. Understand this? Now, very important thing is there. A very important thing. Now as I told, position vector of the point A. Position vector of point A is equal to what? Is equal to OA vector. And the position of the point B is equal to this OB vector. OB vector is equal to this OB vector. And this is the position of particle, and the direction should be towards the position of particle. That is most important thing. So position vector of B is equal to OB vector, position of A is equal to OA vector. Now what I am going to say is, listen carefully, that is, using the position vector as I told, we are going to do a correction, and that correction is as simple as that. Please try to know that this AB vector, this in this direction, this AB vector is the displacement. What? It's a displacement. This AB vector is a displacement. So, one minute. AB vector can also be written as what? It can also be written as AO vector. AO vector plus this OB vector. That's all. That's all. The vector addition we are doing. That means this is a resultant vector, this AB vector, and AO vector plus this OB vector. AO vector plus OB vector will give me the this AB vector. Understand this? Now many people don't understand this. Why we are returning as AO vector and OB vector? If you remember the triangular addition of vectors, definitely you can able to understand. That is, please understand, we should not put AB vector is equal to OA vector plus OB vector. Not like that. Why? I am saying that. Okay. Based on your point, we can also say that this is the what? A, O. So this is the. Now this is the resultant vector. That means the AB vector is the resultant vector. Now we are saying that we should add these things. But OA vector plus this OB vector is equal to resultant vector. This is definitely pakka wrong, because please remember, in this case OA vector plus OB vector, you can see that the tail of this OA vector and OB vector, the tail of this OA vector and OB vectors are coinciding. See, the tail of the OB vector is here and tail of the OA vector is here. They are coinciding means we are going to use the parallelogram law. But if we use the parallelogram law, the resultant will be the diagonal. But the resultant is like a triangle rule now. So understand that what I am saying is this OB vector, OA vector plus OB vector will not be the resultant vector, because the tails will be coinciding. If we do like this, the tails will be coinciding. That's the important thing. The tails are coinciding means we are going to use the parallelogram law. But if you use the parallelogram law, the resultant should be diagonal. This diagonal will be the resultant. But the resultant looks like a triangular law. So only I am saying that. AO vector plus OB vector. For AO vector plus OB vector, it looks. 1 minute. AO vector and this OB vector. This is how the two vectors look. That means this AO vector plus this OB vector. What will be the resultant? The resultant is this. And this will be the resultant using the triangle law. Please remember, this AO vector plus OB vector is only the correct statement, because then only you can the tail, that means the head of the AO vector and the tail of the OB vector are coinciding. If the vector the tail of the one vector and the head of the another vector coincide means definitely we are going to use a triangular law. Using the triangular law, the resultant vector is this. That means this AB vector. This AB vector. So this only is applicable, because AO vector plus this OB vector. Please understand, using the triangular rule. So this will be the resultant using the triangular rule, because the tail and the head are coinciding. Okay? Understand? If you understand, definitely it will be easier. Now what I am going to say is very important thing. Yes. Now let me say that a very important thing. This AB vector is equal to AO vector plus OB vector. This AO vector plus OB vector can also be written as OB vector minus OA vector. If you remember the vector addition, same concept here also. If you remember the vector addition, definitely you can able to, vector subtraction, definitely you can able to understand this. That means this AO vector plus OB vector is equal to this OB vector minus OA vector, and this AB vector can also be written as OB vector minus this OA vector. Understand this? So what I did is, using the triangular rule, the AB vector is equal to AO vector plus OB vector. and after that the AB vector, that means AO vector plus OB vector may be written as OB vector minus this OF vector. Now let me say that this OB vector is R2 vector and this OA vector as one vector. This OA vector as R1 vector. This OA vector is R1 vector and this the OA vector is R1 vector and the OB vector is R2 vector. Okay. Now what you can say, this AB vector is equal to this OB vector. OB vector is what? This R2 vector. So R2 vector minus this OA vector. OA vector is what? R1 vector. And this is the correction that I told. This is the correction that I told. If you understand the position vector, definitely you can make a correction. That means this AB vector may be written as R2 vector minus R1 vector. I will again say one minute, I will write the correction. So AB vector is equal to R2 vector minus this R1 vector. One minute. Or divided by the T2 minus this T1. Same as the time, because T2 minus T1 same time, but this AB vector is equal to R2 vector minus R1 vector. If you understand these derivation, because I wrote OA vector is R1 vector and OB vector is R2 vector. So AB vector is equal to R2 vector minus this R1 vector. So this AB vector is equal to R2 vector minus R1 vector. If you understand the vector addition means vector addition subtraction, definitely you can able to understand this AB vector is equal to this R2 means this OB vector and the R1 minus R1 means this is minus OA vector. Okay? Understand this. Now I change it into like this. Now I will rub this. And this is the correction that I told. Okay? And this is all about the average velocity. Average velocity means the change in the displacement divided by change in time. That means the R2 vector minus the R1 vector. Understand? So R2 vector minus R1 vector divided by the T2 minus T1. The change in time and change in the displacement. Okay? Now we can say about the instantaneous velocity. What is this instantaneous velocity? Instantaneous velocity means the velocity of a particle at a particular instant or at a particular time. What is the velocity? And that is called as an instantaneous velocity. The particular instant, at the particular time, what is the velocity? That's called as an instantaneous velocity. So if you hear the word is instantaneous means definitely you will say that we are going to use the differential calculus, because in differential calculus only we are going to get the instant value. So we can use the differential calculus here. That means the instantaneous I write it as VI means instantaneous velocity. As I told, we are going to use a differential calculus. Now I am going to say one thing. This R2 vector minus R1 vector divided by T2 minus T1 may be written as delta R divided by delta T, because there is a change in the displacement. This R2 and R1 are the displacement, but usually we will use the S, but I use the R. Okay, so R2 vector minus R1 vector may be the change in R, so it is delta R. The change in time T2 minus T1, so it is delta T. Now instantaneous means we are going to use the differential calculus. What we have seen in differential calculus? We have seen that when this delta T, that means the independent variable when tends to zero, you will get a instant value. That means the limit of this delta T tends to 0 of delta R divided by delta T is equal to what? Just a derivative dr by dt. What I did is, here the R2 vector minus R1 vector change in R, T2 minus T1, change in T. So delta R by delta T, okay? So what will be the instantaneous? That means, instantaneous means the dependent variable will tend to 0. So limit of delta T tends to 0 of delta R divided by delta T is equal to the dr by dt, because derivative you have learned now, as I already uploaded a video on differential calculus. If you have any doubts, you can also see that video. So limit of delta tends to 0 of delta R by delta T, because this form can also be written as delta R by delta T. So delta T tends to 0 because delta T is an independent variable. So do that. So delta R by delta T is equal to dr by dt, and this dr by dt will give us the instantaneous velocity. Okay. Now this is all about this average and instantaneous velocity. If you have any doubts, please comment me. Thank you. Make education simple.